Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuck Rule Takes, episode 203, episode 203 of Tuck Rule Takes. Tuck Rule Takes, by the way, the home of your first place in the AFC East, second place in the conference, New England Patriots. The gang is, damn, it felt nice to say that. It felt real nice to say that. We'll get into that in a little bit, but first and foremost, introductions. Gang is all here. I am Mike. Al is here. Liam's here. If you're watching, you see them. If you're not watching, you're just going to hear voices. You're going to have to figure out who's who, okay, if you haven't listened before. But guys, do you have anything that you want? I feel like, first of all, I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in forever. Like, I feel like when we take a few days past our normal recording time, I feel like we've missed so much, which I was kind of telling Al before we recorded. So much has happened with the Patriots. I feel like we haven't recorded in like 3 weeks. But how are you guys doing? How are you feeling right now about the Patriots before we talk about the Titans game?
I mean, with the Patriots, it's great. Football is relevant again in New England.
Yes,
It's great.
yes, it
It's
is.
fun. By the way, shout out to the three of us because last week we all won our fantasy football matchups. So clap it up for us. Clap,
Yes.
clap, 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 clap.
Yes, we
Look at
did.
that.
Yep.
Love it.
Yeah,
when a
and
plan
I'm going
comes
to win.
together.
I'm going to win this week. Right now, I'm projected to win 62%. And I was like, oh, the guy I'm playing probably has some people out. Nope, just one person out. Still projected to fucking mollywop him. Skull
Because the
fuck, as
dude
the
you're
kids
playing
say.
can't spell. So
Okay. So we are here though to talk about, guys. It's getting kind of boring, but we're here to talk about another Patriots win.
another win. Like,
Yeah, it's number
they're just not
five.
spicing it up for us. Yeah.
No, nothing crazy. Patriots beat the Titans 31-13. Good, decent game, I guess, if you're a Patriots fan. I will say the beginning was a little murky. You're giving up a touchdown, giving up field goals, you're down and all that stuff. But Patriots in, I guess, 2025 Patriots fashion kind of knocked some sense back into themselves like midway through the second quarter and just never looked back. Patriots are 5-2. You beat a Titans team that kind of going in, they only had one win. They still only have one win. Kind of, I don't know where you guys want to start with it. We're not going to stay on this because we got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about kind of where the Patriots are right now. Then the big Browns game, sneaky big Browns game coming up too. But Titans game, where do you guys want to jump off with it? Do you want to start normal with Drake Maye or what do you want to do?
Let's get it. I know this is all positive and it's great. It's fun. Let's get one negative quickly out of the way. Let's rip the Band-Aid off.
Do it.
I'm getting a little tired of seeing the defense first drive of the game give up big plays and give up any sort of points.
Mm-hmm.
Reason being is because, against the Titans and the Saints and maybe next week against the Browns, you can get away with that. But when you're playing these good teams down the stretch, like the Buccaneers, like the Ravens when they have Lamar back, and again, I know we beat them earlier in the season, but the Bills are still a good team. I'm not saying they are a great team. Compared to the rest of the NFL, they are a good team.
Yes.
You're going to have to come out firing on all cylinders right from the get-go. You can't sleepwalk through the first drive, first quarter, whatever. So that's something that I think Zach Cool and Terrell Williams from, wherever he's kind of helping out, battling with cancer and whatnot.
So that's how you pronounce his name?
I think it's
Cool.
It's Kuhl, isn't it?
We're going to go
Cool.
Yeah, we're going cool.
Cool.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Joe
we're going
Cool,
cool.
Zach Cool.
Yeah.
Cool, whatever it is.
They've
I'm
given
gonna
up scores, by the way, just to kind of go with what you said. In their 7 games the Patriots have played so far, they've given up first drive scores in 5 of those 7 games.
Yeah, Zach Kerr. Sorry, so Steve Kerr. There you go, Zach Kerr.
That's where the Kerr came from. Yeah, see, you can't blame us, guys. There's a lot going on. We're focused on winning right now. We can't learn people's names. Come on,
right? But just come out with a little more urgency from the first quarter on. That's it. If you can do that, then you're kind of checking off every single box that you can. So that's the one negative I just wanted to throw out there.
And that's really the only, I'm looking at the list I have down here. There's a couple more negatives, but no really big ones. This is actually the important one here. Hot take, I think the Patriots kind of shape into form this game, whether it's because the Browns offense is so bad or because the Patriots defense kind of does their job. Do you think that they should, and Liam, I want your thoughts on it too, but I guess this is kind of like a double question now. Do you think that they should continue to defer if they win the toss? Do you think they should take it? Because I want them to keep deferring. I want them to keep doing what they're doing. But
1,000% double score. The double score has been key for you these last two games, especially.
Dude, they did a triple score this against the Titans somehow. It was like score before, score after the half, and then score on the Titans drive somehow. But yeah, Liam, kind of to what Al said, like that's really like other than the running game, I feel like this is the big negative for the team. Like, do you think it's an issue going forward? Do you think it's just kind of something they're going to overcome, or do you think it's going to bite them in the ass, or how are you feeling about it?
I have absolutely no data to back up what I'm going to say right now, but I tend to believe most teams give up touchdowns on the first drive. You're both out there coming fresh off of not game action, feeling the other team out and figuring out what the other team's game plan is. And a lot of times, teams on their first drive don't even stick to the game plan. Maybe they're a running team and they come out firing, and vice versa. And if that works, maybe they stick with that game plan the whole game, or they pivot and go back to what they're good at. You know, it's like the Eagles in this past Super Bowl. They came out throwing the fucking ball all over the place because everyone in the world bet Saquon Barkley touchdown, and I bet the Chiefs weren't expecting them to throw the ball all over the yard. Then when they saw it's working, they just steered into it. So I have absolutely no data.
The game is rigged.
100%. So I have no data to say it, but I tend to think a lot of teams give up touchdowns on their first drive. It's kind of a non-issue to me because they're clamping that shit up down the stretch. Like, if they can play all these other teams like this, where it's like, if you're worried about the Bills and they go right down and score, you're like, oh no. And then I can pause time and look at you and go, but the Bills won't score, more than 6 points for the rest of the game. You'd go, I guess I don't really care. Like, cool. The Bills could have a 99-yard touchdown on one singular drive and score on the first drive. And you'd be like, oh, it's going to be a hell of a day. But if I could pause it and go, yeah, but this Patriots defense is going to be pretty good for the rest of the day, you'd be like, okay. Like, Al was probably freaking out at the Panthers game. Like, oh, Jesus Christ, here we go again. Then punt return, touchdown, 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 touchdown.
I was. Remember me? I was like, the Patriots are going to lose.
Yeah, Mike was worse than I was.
That was me.
And I didn't feel very good about it either, certainly. So, like, I'm not
the Bills, by the way, Liam, I'm looking at the score against the Bills. So the Patriots actually didn't allow a score for the first drive for the Bills, but they gave up 10 points in the fourth quarter, 7 points in the third, and then 3 in the second. So it was like almost vice versa. So like I don't know, so I'm kind of agreeing with you where it's like, it's an issue, I guess, like, because you don't really want to keep giving up them. Yeah, but then it's like
I'd love to see a dick kicking, like the Broncos Seahawks Super Bowl in like 2012, where just from Jump Street you go, this is going to be fucking ugly. Like, obviously, I'd love to see the Patriots do that, and I like to think they will. Like, it's a fairly rare event where a game's a dick kicking from Jump Street, but you never know. Like, games surprise you like that Super Bowl. I like to think they could and will do it. So, I'm splitting hairs here because I'm like, we ended up beating the Titans 31-13. Like, I don't got much to complain about. We had, what is it, 3 takeaways? 2?
I think it was 2. I think there was the fumble and then the pick, right? Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
but if we are talking about first drives, though, yes. But if we are talking about first drives, though, gotta say, what a beautiful ball by Cam Ward. That was good.
Dude, so Cam Ward, I think my thoughts on Cam Ward, I think Cam Ward is following the Drake Maye trajectory. I think he has the talent.
Just piped right now.
Sucks. Like he just something has to change over there. So yeah, I definitely don't like sell your stock on Cam Ward if you're, well, we know you more. Because he's a U fan.
Buy the most.
Yeah.
Stock.
Yeah. So Cam Ward was, I guess, carving them up. They scored a touchdown on the, the same play the Patriots scored one on with Pop Douglas the week prior. But I mean, for the Patriots defense, they didn't give up any points in the second half. Tough to lose a game when you do that, especially when you have an offense led by an MVP candidate, top 5 quarterback in the league in Drake Maye. And I know there's a couple more things we can talk about. I can't go this long without talking about Drake Maye, guys. 21 of, let me just listen to this stat line. 21 of 23, 222 yards, 2 touchdowns. How many picks? 0 picks. He had 8 rushes for 62 yards. Guys, 21 of 23. Like,
Yeah.
and
Those are
honestly,
Aaron Rodgers numbers.
the kid, the kid looks bored. And I say kid because, again, he is 11 years younger than me.
Yeah, he's like 25 years younger than you.
Shut the fuck up. Do you think I'm 50? He looks bored out there. That's how comfortable he looks. Even when, the pocket's collapsing or whatever, like in the replays, whether you watch the sights and sounds, whether you watch the condensed recap of the games, he looks very calm, cool, collected. He's rolling out, he's throwing, he's decisive in his scrambles. We'll talk about when he got knocked out for a second, in a minute or so. But yeah, just I don't know what else we can say about Drake Maye, guys. Like,
yeah. It's the second year bump. That's what it is.
He's seen the second NFL year fucking super jump, like when you're on the trampoline. Did you ever do the double jump on the trampoline when someone double bounced you and you went up super high? This is Drake Maye's second year. He's getting the double jump. It's crazy.
He is. And he's elevating everybody else around him. That's the biggest thing. And that's what everybody was talking about all offseason. You got to elevate your guys. You got to elevate your guys. You got to elevate the receivers, elevate the tight ends, elevate everybody. And that's what he's doing. And I think it was Albert Breer that brought this up on 98.5 of the Sports Hub that I actually agree with to an extent. This Patriots team kind of reminds you of last year's Commanders team in the sense of the quarterback is there, the head coach is there, they're beating teams that you wouldn't think they would beat, especially early on. So if you hit that ceiling, that's what, an AFC title game appearance at least? I mean, that's pretty good to think about, and that's a pretty good comparison. And honestly, I think right now, maybe it's the bias in me, but I would rather Drake Maye right now, have Drake Maye on my football team than Jaden Daniels, mainly because Jaden Daniels can't hold on to the football and gets hurt every other week. But then again, Drake Maye, we'll talk about it in a second. But I think that was a great comparison to really shoot for something that happened last year. And then you can expand from that, and you can get better from that.
I agree.
Yeah, I would have hated to trade for Jaden Daniels in fantasy. That would have sucked.
It's all right. I got Puka Nacua out of it. I'm good.
Drake Maye, by the way, Liam, again, I'm going to toss it to you, but I always like to throw extra things at you. He had some crazy throws, guys. He had that throw in cover 2. Again, he loves throwing in that little bucket on the sideline in cover 2.
Oh my God, are you talking about the Mac Hollins throw?
Dude,
dude, be still my beating heart.
As close as you can come to like sports being sexual, that's what that pass was. Because I looked at first and I was like, oh, it's going to get picked. And I was like, oh, nobody can get this ball other than Mac Hollins.
Yeah.
Like the corner the ball was like the timing on that. The ball was gone before the corner could track it and could potentially pick it off. And there was no way the corner could look back in time because Maye was so decisive in dropping it in that bucket. But there was the Hollins one. There was the Diggs throw, which, this was the one that made me come. So this was the one where it was the throws where like he threw it and I was sitting there on my couch and I was like, wait, what? How did Diggs like that was one of those ones where it's almost like you look and it's like, oh, he threw it. It's going to go out of bounds, whatever. Diggs did the Randy Moss, the dead eyes, put his hands up at the last second and caught it. There was probably 6 inches between him and the defender where Maye had to drop it in. Just a perfect play like that. I don't even know. And I think the Patriots were backed up. I think they were on their own like 12, 14 or something at that point too. So it was kind of a big play. And then obviously the big touchdown to Booty, which was, just a beautiful throw. Drake Maye cocks back and throws the ball. I'm assuming it's going to be a touchdown or a completion. But yeah, Liam, how'd you feel about Drake Maye's performance and his great throws? I know you love the Mac Hollins one, but.
Yeah, the Mac Hollins one was immaculate. It was so good. The Stephon Diggs one was great. But what I said after our first touchdown was like the team loves having Drake Maye under center. So like when you see him dot the I on that throw to Mac Hollins, then mere plays later, you have Austin Hooper reaching over the corner to make an absurd catch. which like good pass by Drake Maye. I might even borderline into great pass by Drake Maye. But then you have your backup tight end who's like, yep, this dude's just slinging it around the yard and here's my shot. Let's make a play. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
fucking awesome. When Austin Hooper caught a touchdown against his former team, fuck the Titans, I was like, that's so cool. Because like most of all, we had both of our tight ends lined up on separate sides of the field in the red zone. Again, awesome play. Really fucking cool play. And he went out there and made an exceptional catch.
Dude,
But
he crazy catch.
mm, it was so sweet. Kind of like high and outside, resting his shoulder or his elbows on
He caught the ball
Ladarius
on the
Sneed's
other
shoulders.
side of the defender's head.
Yeah,
It's
it was
crazy. You don't
nuts.
see that
Yeah.
often.
But like overall, like his throws were perfect. Like he took sacks when there was absolutely nothing there and the pocket collapsed super quickly, which doesn't
Mm-hmm.
happen as much as it did last year, which is nice. But
Yep.
as you mentioned, decisive with his runs, had the 60 yards rushing. His throws, plenty of short ones, plenty of safe ones, plenty of wide open. Matt Collins over the middle, Stephon Diggs and Hunter Henry over the middle. He took the easy ones. But then when it's time for the big play, when the game flow calls it, after we've been doing a lot of runs and Ramondre is busting up the middle, and then we get a
Yep.
lot of short passes, Josh McDaniels gives that Super Bowl moment where he's like, uncork this one deep. Like let's go see what Booty's got here. And it's fucking immaculate play. And just like the Austin Hooper thing, dude, great catch by Kayshawn Booty's out
Mm-hmm.
there. Just like, give me that.
Great
Oh,
catch. Yep.
and like now Kayshawn Booty's our deep threat. Like Stephon Diggs has now carved out his role as the high volume underneath guy,
Mm-hmm.
and Kayshawn Booty's going deep. And like
Perfect.
this is the fun part that we dreamed about with our football teams where it's like you just see the roles carved out like we used to back in the
Yes.
day where it's like Wes Welker will catch it underneath. Brandon Lloyd's going to go over the top and make a possession play. Ben Jarvis Green Ellis will get us the 2-3 yards that we need. Danny Woodhead's going to catch it out of the backfield. You know when these guys are in what their specialties are and what they're going to
Mm-hmm.
do. And you're seeing it now with this team. Ramondre looked great. Not a fumble in sight. Things look good. I'm like,
No.
okay, like he's lagging it up the middle. He's breaking tackles. He's running so hard because his life's on the line here,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
He knows it.
And
Yeah, you can tell.
yeah, 100%. And like whatever Mac Hollins' role is, like the sparing extra receiver who's just like, I'm gonna get open from time to time. Possession guy, like that's totally
Couple
cool
big
with me.
catches, whatever. No big deal.
Yeah, a
Oh
hundred
wow,
percent.
wow, Liam, everything you're saying, it sounds like a functional offense. Look
Yeah,
at
right.
that.
Which like again, it just
This is
sounds so
what we
foreign because we
wanted.
had no roles. We couldn't talk about this last year or the year before or anything like that. Like we had Jacoby Myers where it was like, okay, he's our slot guy, and everything else you're like, I
Yeah.
guess Kendrick Bourne goes deep
Yeah.
sometimes, but like
Nikhil
sometimes he
Harry is
doesn't.
around
Yeah, Nikhil Harry does
somewhere.
something. Yeah,
Gunnar
yes.
Olszewski might, come in every
Yeah,
once in a
Gunner, a little
while.
Yeah,
plucky
he'll
slot
return a
guy.
punt and then like, maybe catch a pass or two during a game. Like we haven't had this for so long where exactly what Al said, like smells like a competent offense. Like,
Yep.
oh, I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Charlie don't surf, like all that good stuff. Like, oh, we are so alive right now.
The one thing that could derail this competent offense, though, is actually Drake May. People are up in arms this week now. Calling he's got to protect himself. He shouldn't run that much. Blah blah blah. I think it was midway through the third, if I remember correctly, or in the second half somewhere.
Early third quarter.
Early third. May scrambling to the right, kind of trying to stiff arm a defender, kind of as he's running, doing that awkward thing. Defender kind of tackles him, spins around him, flings him back. Awkward little tackle. Drake May, back of his head, slams into the ground. May gets up, shakes his helmet. You knew he was going to get taken out. You just knew he was. He got taken out. Josh Dobbs comes in, makes the best play of Josh Dobbs' career, shrugs off a sack, bullet on third down to keep the drive going, which they scored on, by the way, if I remember correctly. But that's not the story. Thank you, Dobbs, for making your play. That's why you're here. Drake May, the concussion thing. He went into protocol. He did come back. I think he was out for like 2 or 3 plays. So nothing crazy. My thoughts on it, guys, Drake May's gonna run. You can't take that out of there. For 90% of the season, he's done a pretty good job protecting himself. I'm not saying he's always sliding feet first, but even when he dives forward or tries to get the extra yard, he's been relatively safe with it. This game was not that. He had a couple plays where he tried to go for an extra couple yards where he shouldn't have. Then obviously this one maybe just go down or whatever. But this, like, I guess it's cause for concern if you want to think the worst thing is going to happen where he might get a concussion. But like, I don't want this to leave the game. I think if anything, he should go back to playing how he was for the first 6 games of the year, not this one. So how'd you guys feel? Well, like, I know how you felt when he got out. Everybody was holding their breath and, clutching their pearls and whatnot, but kind of ing forward, like, do you, I guess just your outlook on Drake Maye running, like, do you want him to keep doing it? Are you fine with it? Like, is this just football? Like, thoughts on the whole Drake Maye scrambling thing?
So this is where it's tough, right? Because when was the last time we had a dual threat quarterback in his prime that can make the plays that Drake Maye does? And Liam, don't you dare say Cam Newton, because you know damn well he was at the end of his
Never.
career.
Doesn't
We
matter.
never
He
have.
was
Damn
that.
well.
He was that.
That's why I had to preface it by saying in his prime, folks. Everybody heard that. Just put it on the record. Anyways, so yes, Mike, to your point, Drake Maye is going to take off at times. It's going to happen. But one thing, and I'm going to make the comparison here, one thing that Tom Brady was so good at for years was knowing when to pick up just enough yardage before he goes into the slide or before he throws the ball away. And that's part of the reason he was able to play for 20 plus years. That, and besides the fact that he never ate a tomato or a strawberry. But, I digress. The whole thing is that if Drake Maye is going to run, he's got to realize if a sack is coming, just get rid of the ball. Who cares? Like, no one's going to get mad at you if you throw the ball away as long as you're outside the pocket and it's 2nd and 10. Even if it's 3rd and 10 or whatever, if nothing's there, don't put your body in harm's way, because we don't just need you for this season. We need you for the next 10 seasons, maybe even into, if everything fell right, 15 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Already got a concussion last year, had to go into the blue tent this year. You don't want this to be a pattern. So take the risks, do what you have to do. If you can run and you have a lane, take the lane. But just if you're going to be short, I'd rather you be short instead of trying to extend yourself and potentially putting yourself in a position to get another concussion, because concussions build up, and then there's nothing left. So that's my fear.
Yeah. Liam, how do you feel about it?
I think a quarterback should be a quarterback to an extent and not do a lot of running. But I also realize I'm a rickety old curmudgeon holding on to the days of Drew Brees and Ben Roethlisberger and all these things. Although Ben Roethlisberger, they scrambled, but you know what I'm saying. Philip Rivers,
Yeah.
all these guys who stood statues in the pocket and delivered those dimes downfield. That's not the modern game anymore. And even one of my favorite Drew Brees highlights is one of him scrambling, spin moving, and diving for the pylon. So it comes with a grain of salt. I would like Drake Maye to be more like them, I guess. The quarterbacks of my age and my era, where if you got to scramble, if the rubber needs to meet the road, go fucking do it. But for the most part, sit in that pocket. But even sitting in the pocket, he runs the risk of concussions too. So, in the grand scheme of things, I can't make him change his game that much. If this is what he's good at, steer into it. And if we lose a couple of years of Drake Maye because of it, so be it. But at least at the end of it, we can look at it and go, well, we maximize our potential with him. Like, I don't think the Panthers look back on it and go, I wish Cam Newton scrambled a little less. Maybe we would have had him for a little longer. No, I don't think they're saying that. I think they're like, remember all those scrambles he had? They were fucking awesome. Did it end up blowing out his shoulder when TJ Watt strip sacked him in the playoffs? Yes, totally. But that's not your lasting memory of Cam Newton. It's him running for a 90-yard touchdown against the Falcons. So we're not going to limit Drake Maye's game here. As much as I would like him to be a statue in the pocket, let him do what he does.
Yeah, I think this is such a big part of his game. And like I said, I think for the most part, when he's been scrambling, even when he hasn't been sliding, when he's been kind of diving forward, whatever, he's been pretty safe with it. Sure, like you still get tackled and everything, but like there's been no like, reckless trying to run through 2 or 3 guys just to get something. Like when he's diving or whatever, it's normally for a first down or for a reason. I think this was just one of those weird, awkward type things where like you're trying to push someone, they're trying to bring you down by any means, and they get around you and fling you back. Like there's really no protecting against that hit. But like I guess you could never be in the situation, but once you're there, like you're going to get flung back, your head's going to get hit. But normally, like when you see Drake Maye run, when he's diving, yeah, he's getting tackled. People might be, tackling him in the back and the front, whatever, but it never looks rough. Like his sacks, like you said, Liam, are a different thing. Like sacks in the pocket, that's their own thing. Like, if you get hit, that's, it is what it is. But like, I just feel like for the most part, he's been good with it. So I don't want him to limit it, but like that play in particular, you didn't need to do all that running. At that point, you're up 2 scores. Like those are the situations where it's like, don't do it. But normally, like if you're in a game against the Bills, dude, like do what you have to do. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you're trying to get a first down, if it's a third down, if you're near the goal line, whatever it is. But yeah, like that situation, I think that's what they have to drill in his head. Just don't do that. But I don't want him to not run or use his legs anymore, because we've seen it's such a weapon. Like we saw like the linebackers come up, or like you need a spy to watch him, or it's dictating coverages. People can play zone, but he's going to pick apart zone, or I say pick apart, but to the best of his ability. So if you try to play man, the second he sees all the DBs the back of their jerseys, he's going to take off. So like that helps the offense. So it's just like a pick your spot. This is just a learning experience for me. Like in my eyes, looking at it, I don't think he should stop running. I don't think that, he should be timid at all. Keep playing how you're playing. Just in that instance, just get down, dude. Like it is what it is, like whatever. But yeah, any other Drake Maye thoughts other than he's a MVP candidate potentially?
Nada.
Nope.
Dude, I'm just so happy we have Drake Maye on this team, man. He's so goddamn good. Other thoughts on the Titans game? I don't have much. Another Keon White no-show. That's the norm, though. And then, Liam, you brought it up, Ramondre Stevenson. Great bounce back game. I don't care that it was against the Titans. This is kind of your confidence boost. This is like when a kicker hits a chip shot and all of a sudden he's got the confidence to go kick a 59-yard field goal. Like hopefully this moves forward with Ramondre Stevenson. But other than that, do you guys have anything else about the Titans game you want to talk about?
No, a win's a win, 4 straight. Move on. Turn the page.
I'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the player of the game.
Bryce Behringer didn't have that many punts. So what are you talking about? Ooh.
No, definitely not him. Al, no guesses, no idea.
Kayvon Chason, by the way, defensive
yeah,
player of the week.
I said Chason. You didn't hear me.
Oh, okay. I guess
bring him up. Yeah. Bring him up.
Monster, dude. What 2 sacks and a touchdown? Oh my God, dude.
I think it was like 3 tackles, 2, like you said.
3 tackles, 2 sacks, technically a forced fumble or a fumble recovery, depending on how you're judging that, because he never really made contact with him. Yeah, 100%.
That was crazy. I was like, Cam Moore just went,
shit. Yeah, I know. Brutal. I hate to see it happen to my boy, but, if Kayvon Chason, who we all were very psyched to have on this team, mostly for potential, very high
first round pick.
Yeah, very high draft pick. Kind of disgraced by former teams. Bit of a bounce back. And now for the Patriots, he looks super solid. Like super solid. No, so not a superstar. We're not going to build our franchise around this guy. He's not the next Reggie White, but fucking A, this guy is good. Lanky, quick. Seems to always be involved in the game.
He's a piece. I put him with your Rob Ninkovich's, where it's like he's never going to be like, he's not going to get this giant contract or whatever, but just he is a very important part, and he always seems to come up big. Just like, by the way, Milton Williams, another sack. Nothing crazy. Just,
Harold Landry, again,
just ending the
defensive
game.
line eats.
Yeah, no, they're doing well. And when we talk about it with the Browns do not have a good offensive line. So we'll talk about that too. But, another thing. And Al, you brought this up about the Titans. I know we're spending too much time on the Titans, but whatever. What the hell was their play calling right before the half? They got the ball back with 48 seconds left. Yeah, right. Like 50 seconds with three timeouts, and they did nothing. Like that's crazy. And like we don't have to dissect it because it's not our team. I don't give a shit. But like you guys were all surprised by that too, right?
Yeah,
Like
especially at that point in the game, they were losing for like the first time all game, and they weren't getting the ball in the second half. So wouldn't they try to at least, excuse me, I don't know, push for a field goal? Try to make it a
The
one
only
point
thing they
game?
were doing well was passing it too. Cam Ward finished the game with more passing yards than Drake May.
yeah, he had a
Yeah,
fine
so
game, like I guess, but that was weird, right? Like just try something. Like, do the
Yeah.
normal, like, whatever, like, quick 5 yard, 8 yard passes. Just try to get in range. I think they were only down three at that point, right? It was
Yeah.
13 to
No,
10 or
four,
whatever.
seven, 17, 13.
Oh,
yeah,
so yeah,
17-13.
four. Fucking crazy. Yeah, that was weird. But
It's like that meme of the dude poking something with a stick. Like, come on, do
Too
something.
I
mad.
was shocked. I was shocked. And also like the drive before, hilarious because right before the ball was snapped, right before Maye threw the ball to Booty for the touchdown, Jason McCourty's in the booth. He's like, yeah, Patriots are going to want to kill some clock here. They're not going to want to give the ball back to the Titans. Probably going to be a little bit of a long drive. Right when he says that, ball gets snapped. Boom, 45, whatever yard touchdown pass to Booty. And McCourty goes, well, guess not.
Yeah. I was wrong.
I
Yeah.
thought they were going to do that too. I was like, cool, let's just fucking run the ball, get
Yeah.
any sort of points because you're getting the ball back after half. So,
100%.
no,
Yeah. We can tie the game. No, I guess
ah,
not.
no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Not this Patriots team. Not this
No.
Patriots team with Drake May. No.
It's like in the Super Bowl last season when Al Michaels like, yeah, the Eagles are up, 37 or whatever it is. I think at this point in the game, they're going to hand the ball off to their all-pro running back and run this clock. And as he's saying that, Jalen
Mm-hmm.
Hurts bombs it to
Yep.
Devontae Smith. And I'm like,
I remember that.
you're fucking dumb.
It's like pile it on, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, Patriots though, 5-2. Overall, great game. Obviously, some things to work on, which I think this is the type of game you like, where it's like you had a good thing, but you can still build on things. Patriots aren't in their final form yet, which is great. But I brought up to Al right before we recorded. So much has happened from now until from the last time we recorded until now, and we're gonna get into the Browns game in a second. But from when we recorded last to now, the Patriots, like I mentioned at the beginning, not only did they scoop up first place in the AFC East, but they're now second overall in the AFC.
Nuts.
Like,
Look at
let me,
us.
like, if that was it, I kept seeing that. I saw one thing. I'm sure you guys have seen it, where it's like the clip from Endgame, where it's Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man walking up to
Yeah.
Thanos, and Thanos is like, "You couldn't deal with your failures with that bring," and it was like the Patriots
Right
logo was on
back to me.
Thanos, and everybody
Yeah.
else was the people. I was cracking up at that. But dude, first place in the AFC East with the second easiest schedule left. The Bills have kind of a tougher one. My question to you guys: can the Patriots stay in first place in the AFC East, or do you think they will? Because obviously they can. There's always a chance, but I don't think they'll stay in second place in the AFC as a whole. I'm sure they'll drop down a little bit, whatever. I know that the Falcons week this week the Bills play the Panthers. They should win. That's why it's important for you to take care of business against Cleveland. But next week, the Patriots are playing the Falcons at home, and the Bills are playing the Chiefs.
Yep.
That could be where if you pick up a game on the Bills, I'll say it right now. If you're up two full games, not like 1.5 with whatever, because you played one extra game or whatever, I don't think the Patriots give it back. But I'll make a declaration now. I guess I'm drinking the Kool-Aid on this Patriots team. I think they win the AFC East. I'm gonna say it. I think they win it. Liam, were you pulling up the schedules?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so because I saw right when I started talking, I saw you type, and I was like, "Thank God," because if I use two screens, my computer gets fucking out of whack
Oh,
because
really? I
my
have
Wi-Fi is
three
very
monitors.
fragile, sir. Very fragile. I
Yeah.
got three screens too, but I can only use the laptop.
That's
But
not
yeah,
surprising.
so Liam, while you're looking at that, Al, what do you think? Or I guess Liam, if you have the schedules, you can rattle them off or whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah. So I think it's pretty much a cakewalk for both teams. I think the Browns are better than people think, but
Hmm?
they play the
Yeah, we'll talk about it
Panthers, they
definitely.
should win. We play the Browns, we should win. And then after that, it's Bills Chiefs, like you said,
Hmm.
setting the stage there. So we really need to beat the Falcons, and then we'll have a decisive lead over them. But after that, we play the Bucks. We're gonna lose, and then
We could.
we will, and then the Bills play the Texans. Not a good team, so they should beat the Texans.
They should.
But they could lose. Like the
Dude,
Texans
this
could
year
be
is
fine.
crazy. Anybody can pull
Yeah,
out
this
like
year
it's
is
nuts.
absurd. And then we play the Jets. Luckily, we play the Jets twice in the stretch.
Oh,
Those are
it's
two
two
free wins
wins.
for the Patriots. We play the damn Bengals. They play the
Well, it could be
Bengals.
close. Could be close though with Flacco.
Yeah,
Flacco's still a
yeah.
quarterback.
Flacco's the man. Yeah, he's a
It's funny. I
monster.
hated him when he was on the Ravens. I love Flacco now. He's just like the
I
old dude that goes out there like, I guess I'll just fucking. Where's Jamar
yeah.
Chase?
He's
Yeah,
like,
I'll
oh,
just
I'm
23,
on
throw
the
the ball to
Bengals
T.
23
now.
Higgins. No big
targets.
deal.
Yeah, Joe Flacco's the man. I guess
I do
like
like
down
that
the
they.
stretch
I
here.
do like that they back ended that they just gave us 2 wins with the Jets though at the end of the year.
Yeah, that
I
is what, but
appreciate that.
then the Bills finished their schedule with the Jets too, but their second to last game against the Birds
Oh,
loss.
that's a loss because the
Their
Eagle. I think
third
the
to
Eagles are
last
going to want to
game
prove
is
something.
against the
Yep.
Browns. So like if we
That's a
think we're
chippy
gonna beat the
game.
Browns, then they should beat the Browns in theory. And then the Patriots and Bills meet in the fourth to last game of the season.
Is that game going to be like? See, I don't even
I think
because
that
even
decides it,
if
honestly.
you think so, because I think if the Patriots are, like I said, if the Patriots are somehow up like 2 games at that point, that game is kind of a moot point because if they lose, it's still like it is what it is. But the best part is you own the tiebreaker against them right now.
Yes.
So even if you like that final game doesn't necessarily mean you need to win it to win the division. You know what I mean? Like you still
Yeah.
should want to win it, obviously, but I think it's going to be interesting. I know that like the odds right now are like 55% for the Pats to win, which makes sense, pretty much even
Yeah.
for them to win. But I don't
Yeah,
know,
like
man.
our next four games, I see the Bills going 2-2. I see the Patriots going 3-1.
That's all we need. Yep.
So
Yep.
that's pretty good because the Bills
Mm-hmm.
play the Steelers and they're fucked against Aaron Rodgers.
See, but that's all we need. And can I pause this for a second, guys? How refreshing is it that not only we're not talking about, hey, can we maybe get a first down on this drive? We're not talking
Yeah,
about, hey, can we get a few wins? What are we talking about right now? We're saying, hey, let's see where we can go. Let's see what our seeding is going to be in the playoffs.
yeah.
Do you think Drake May is an MVP candidate? Like, are the Patriots going to rattle off 5, 6 straight wins? Oh,
Are we gonna
literally,
clinch a playoff spot with like games to go?
are the Patriots going to have 9 wins before their bye? Like, it's that type of thing. And it literally is the Paul Rudd. Look at us. Who would have
Look
thought?
at us.
Huh? This is great. And Al, like you said, it's exciting. But yeah, what do you guys think though? After hearing the records and everything, I'm on record. I think that they are going to win the East. It might be slim. They might finish with the same records, but the Patriots have the tiebreaker. So whatever it is, I think the Patriots win the East because I think they're going to continue to get better. I think the Bills are kind of what they are. I don't see them getting better. They're still really good. But what do you guys think?
Oh man.
Please don't speak all at once.
I have
I think the Bills suck.
Well,
I,
I know.
I have the New England Patriots finishing the season at 10-7.
Ooh.
And I have the Buffalo Bills finishing at 11-6. I think they beat
I
the
fucking
Patriots by
thought you
one
so.
game.
So you think the
It's
Patriots are going to lose 5 games
I
here,
think what's going to happen, this is what
or
I've been
5
saying.
more games?
Yes, because
Damn. Okay.
I think you won that Bills game, and let's be honest, none of us were expecting realistically them to win that Bills game. Not even
I
close.
was.
Except Lee.
Good. Okay, good for you.
Everything
Anyways,
else.
so 2/3 of the pod thought that they were going to lose. Anyways, the Browns Falcons next 2 weeks, I think you're going to go 1-1. I think you're either going to barely beat the Browns and then finally have a letdown against the Falcons, or you're going to have the letdown this week and then you're going to obliterate the Falcons next week. I think one of those two things happens. Then you have the Buccaneers and the Jets. I think you lose that Bucks game and you beat the Jets on Thursday Night Football. Then that Bengals Giants stretch, beginning of the season when Burrow went down, the Giants were the Giants. It's like, okay, 2 more wins.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 games become a lot tougher.
It's
Not
tough.
saying
Yeah.
I'm not saying
Mm-hmm.
they lose necessarily, but the Giants are playing with a little life. The Bengals, if Joe Flacco can be how he was last week, with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, like that's a tough offense to stop. And then the Bills and the Ravens is a tough stretch, and then you end the
Mhm.
season with two easy ones.
Two
So I
wins.
could, yeah, so I could very realistically see a
You think they
five and
lose
five
five of
record.
those?
I think they could because
So
I think
so
just
who do
real
you
quick,
think they
just
would lose to? Yeah, yeah, no, I got
but
you.
before I answer that, so I'll answer that in a second. Before I answer that, I do think it because right now they're so high on everything and everything's clicking. I think there's going to be one game that doesn't necessarily bring them back to where they were obviously last year, but it knocks them down a peg to be like, okay, we still have a lot more work to do. Like we're not
Mhm.
Super Bowl contenders yet, but we're heading in that direction. We just got to be a little more consistent with it. If I had to pick right now, I would say again they're going to lose to the Browns or the Falcons. Just to pick one, I'll say they lose to the Falcons next week. I think they lose to the Bucks. Now I think they lose to the Bengals because I think Joe Flacco like is just going to have another magical game. Like 2012 Flacco will show up. I do think the Bills beat the Patriots just because I can't convince myself yet that the Patriots are back to beating the Bills twice in the season.
Mm.
And then I think they lose to the Ravens on the road because Lamar Jackson's Lamar Jackson. But
So
we'll
I'm
see.
I'm close with you. So remind so just to let you guys know, remember how I had them at 11-5 and you guys were all talking your shit and blah blah blah, or 11-6 and all that stuff. Looking pretty fucking realistic now, huh? I digress though. But I
It is.
think you want to know what's funny out? I don't, and spoiler alert, I guess for when we talk about the Browns game, I think I think they beat the Browns. I think they beat the Falcons. I also think that they beat the Giants. I do think though that they lose to the Bengals. I think that's the team that they lose to. I think they beat the Bucks
Right.
because for the for the
Oh, interesting. Okay.
for the sole reason, dude, the Bucks can't be healthy. Godwin's not going to be around.
Doesn't matter.
Evans is out. Yeah, dude, Baker Mayfield is awesome. I love Baker May. Like I have no issue with Baker Mayfield or
Sounds
them.
like you have an
But
issue with Baker
but
Mayfield.
I think that I have an issue with everybody else on the Bucks. Their defensive line is trash. Everybody's hurt.
Not
Like
really.
I just yes, they have like two injuries there. Their offensive line is a little hurt. That's why Baker's running around making all these crazy plays. But we'll talk about that when we get to it. But okay, like it's not a crazy take, Al. It's just like
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
it's
you
more
saying the Giants are going to beat the Patriots is a crazy take.
Good thing I
my
didn't say that.
Oh, I could have swore you did.
I
Okay.
no, I said they could beat the Giants, but the Giants are playing at least with a little bit of life right now. They're not
my thing
completely
is
lifeless like
Okay.
they
when
were.
you
I only
said
heard your caveat.
when
That's
you
okay.
when you said that they're going to lose one of the Browns Falcons game, and like we don't have to harp on it, but just why? Just because it's the NFL? Is that why you're kind of saying it? Because like
Yeah,
realistically looking at it, I don't like. I like you
I
could
think they
convince
could
me, I
lose to the
guess.
Falcons. I don't think that's that
yeah.
crazy. I think the Falcons are sick.
I
I
believe
mean, they're
that
not.
like the
The
law
defense
of
is good.
balances, like the law of checks and balances and everything. This
Okay.
team is destined for 10-7. I think they are. First year, Mike Vrabel at the helm, making it back to the playoffs. I just
So
think
good,
ten and
dude.
seven is their destiny, which is great.
So good.
And again, if the Bengals don't trade for Joe Flacco and they stick with Jake Browning, if the Giants stick with Russell Wilson or Jameis Winston, you could talk me into 12-5. You could realistically talk me into that.
Oh shit.
But
Fuck.
I'm
Okay.
saying, but again, you're having these things come against you. I think this team is just due for a dud game. There's no rhyme or reason for it.
Mhm.
I just think that they are due for just one stinker. And I think the Falcons game could be it because they have Bijan Robinson. They have Drake London. They have Michael Penix that some weeks looks really
Their
good.
play calling is incredible.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I could see I could see that. And that's kind of what I thought. And again, I don't even think that's bad for you to say,
Mike's
just
about
kind
to
of
argue probability with a math teacher. This is about to be incredible.
no, I'm not gonna. Why would I ever argue probability with him? I don't even know numbers. No, I just want to know if that was why. If you were just like, it's got to come back down to earth at some point,
yeah,
which
that's
is
all it
fine.
is.
And yeah, okay, then that makes sense. But I think if we're being honest, 10 or 11 wins is where they're going to be. One of those two, in
Yeah.
my eyes, that's
I
where
think
they're
I
going
think
to.
10. 10
Yeah,
is a good number to stick with.
yeah, yeah. I can see that. But yeah. So Liam, you think that they're going to stay first place in the East, right?
Yeah, I think the Bills are shit.
Yeah. Do you think second they're in second in the AFC as a whole right now? I don't know because you never know with like division winners and all that stuff. I don't think they're going to stay there. I'm sure they'll fall down a little bit, but
Yeah. It's tough to say. Like, I'm trying to think who's their competition, like the Chargers.
It gets weird because it's
very
not just
good.
record, because then you talk about division winners. So if they do
Yeah.
fall behind the Bills, they're then going to be like the 5, 6, or 7 seed. So it's like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I don't care, to be honest. Like,
I'd be blown away if the Colts are still the number one. Like, they're awesome. They're playing out of their mind. But
dude,
like
Daniel
Al
Jones
said,
has to come back down,
100%, like Al said,
right?
like at some point somebody's got to put an end to this, right? I love Shane
Right.
Steichen, but like somebody
How
please
did the
stop
Chargers not
this.
beat them?
Yeah.
Like,
Not only how did the Chargers get smoked?
dude,
I'm
are
like,
the Chargers just, which I think we've said it, Liam, every year
yeah,
we've been on here, basically, they're kind of like, kind of frauds a little bit.
they're the
But
biggest
it,
front
but
runners.
it also helps that Jonathan Taylor's having the year that he's having.
He's
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, exactly. And
he could be a non-quarterback MVP candidate.
he should be, but he
Truthfully.
won't. Yeah,
Right.
he should be, but I doubt he
of
will.
course.
Right.
Yeah, no, I think just the moral of the story, it's fun to be a Patriots fan right now. I saw Matt Chatham tweeted, he was like, being excited or, touting that your first place in your division, in week 7 is blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, like, all due respect, shut the fuck up. Like, exactly. Like,
Let's play the shut the fuck up game
we
for a
have
second,
been
Matt
shit
Chatham.
for 4 years. Like,
Yeah.
let us have this one.
100%.
But before we get into the Browns game, I do want to give a shout out to Couch Guy Sports, the OGs of all this. Al got us together. Everybody, go check them out, couchguysports.com. Liam, you still doing the Rafters podcast?
Best believe,
right?
Recording tonight.
There it is. Celtics dropped their first game of the year against the Sixers, but looks like it should be a fun year, though, for the Celtics. So check that out as well on Couch Guys Sports. Patriots, Red Sox, Bruins, Celtics, everybody there. Also check out Sports Spider. That's Spider with a Y. Listen to that at the zoo, on the trail, wherever you are. Go take a look at that. Go to NFL. It's tough keeping a straight face when I say that. Go to the NFL tab. Go to Patriots. We're right there. If we're not, you know what to do. Just scroll down a little bit. But yeah, shout out to Couch Guy Sports and Sports Spider. But okay, big game against the Browns coming up for the Patriots. 1:00 on a Sunday. I saw people saying that this game like should be flexed to the 4:00 spot. I've told you guys, I'm a proponent of the 1:00 spot. I love that. But Browns are 2-5 right now. Coming to Gillette. Coming to Foxborough, Gillette. This is going to be a huge difference, because when the Patriots left Gillette, they were 1-2. We didn't really know how the team was going to be. You're coming back 5-2.
Yeah,
like first place in the
team.
Division. Drake Maye playing how he is, like everybody doing their thing. Kayshon Boutte showing his ass every week. Stephon Diggs leading everybody. Like, please, give me Cardi B up on the lighthouse. That's what I want. One time, no. Hold her for the playoffs. Actually, I'm sorry. But yeah, this is going to be a big game. Obviously, the huge thing coming from it, and I think we start here just because it's the easiest place to start. Myles Garrett against Will Campbell and Jared Wilson. That's probably where it's going to be. He's going to be going up against those two guys. I think Myles Garrett is going to get a sack this game. He's going to have his thing. But I do think that the Patriots and Josh McDaniels in particular are so aware of him, and Drake Maye is smart enough to listen to the teaching. There's going to be game plans around it. There's going to be hot routes. You're going to throw maybe a screen to his side or things like that to try to slow him down. He is a freak. He is one of the best defensive players in football. But I guess since we're starting there, how would you guys game plan against it, I guess? Or just like, how do you think Myles Garrett's going to show up in this game?
So I shook my head at your original point, because it's not going to be Myles Garrett against Will Campbell. It's going to be Myles Garrett against the entire Patriots team, because you're going to be seeing a lot of double teams on him. You're probably going to see Hunter Henry
a lot,
and Austin Hooper doing a lot of double teams on Myles Garrett, because Will Campbell's had a really good rookie year so far. Jared Wilson's had his ups and downs, but there is no way that they are going to allow, they being the Patriots coaching staff, McDaniels, Marrone, and all those guys, they are not going to allow Myles Garrett to have a one-on-one matchup with just about anybody. And if it's a one-on-one, it's got to be like a planned one-on-one, like, all right, Morgan Moses, you got to be able to just push him out a little, and Drake May's going to slide up in the pocket. But
Mhm.
other than that, like you said, McDaniels is going to game plan and make sure that, hey, Hunter Henry, Austin Hooper, Rabadre Stevenson at times, be ready to just help out and be ready to, just kind of help out the offensive line a little bit with Garrett. So, yeah.
That's what I would do. Keep Stevenson in there. Maybe Henderson plays a little bit more. He's expected. He's a good blocker, which he has kind of gotten a little bit better at that. But yeah, I think you have to, whether you're chipping with Henry, keeping Stevenson in at the same time. I mean, you got to do something. But I think that's why it's important for the Patriots to get up big, or not get up big, but just to get up to start the game, because then you can kind of manipulate what you do there. But yeah, Liam, same thing though. Myles Garrett, like, he's really good, man. He's no Micah Parsons. I know you love Micah Parsons, but how do you feel about him?
God, I hate you. So I had a point, and you said that stupid shit.
I know.
Yeah, Myles Garrett is going to fucking destroy us. Like, to be quite frank, like, offensive line's good. They're actually better than serviceable. I would give them a strong 7 out of 10. They're pretty all right. Myles Garrett is going to get to Drake May. Definitely once, certainly could be twice. And God, you hope it's not bad enough to give him a concussion, because that seems to be his propensity. But yeah, like, there's literally nothing you can do about it. It's the Thanos thing. It's inevitable. Like, he's going to get there.
He's
I
so
don't know
good,
if
dude.
you yeah,
He's
like
so
it
good.
I don't know if you guys watched the Cardinals Packers game last week, but Micah Parsons had 3 fucking sacks. And at the end of the game, like, they brought Micah Parsons in after they gave him like 2 plays off to rest. And his first play in, he goes and gets the sack on Jacoby Brissett. And I would say the Patriots offensive line is only slightly better than the Cardinals offensive line. I think they're a more than serviceable line. And what Micah Parsons, a subpar player compared to Myles Garrett, what he did to that Cardinals offensive line, Myles Garrett is going to do as well. Now, I believe in Josh McDaniels. I believe he'll throw everything at Myles Garrett. Will that stop him? Absolutely not. But I don't think he'll have 3 sacks like Parsons did in the Cardinals game.
Mhm.
I think he'll have definitely one, and he's
Some
going to ruin
pressures.
a lot of the game plan.
Yeah.
I think we're going to run the ball. I think we're going to run the ball a lot in this. Browns defense is good at stopping the run, and the Patriots defense is good at stopping the run. So this is going to be a grind fest of a game. This is going to be the type of game that the casual viewer switches over to fucking Bills, Jets, or whatever the other options are. They're going to be like, "Yep, what else is on?" Because this is so boring.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to be an impact player in the game. Like you said, I don't know. He's definitely going to get a sack. I mean, it is what it is. But I
Yep.
don't think he's going to have, the game wrecking thing. I think it's just going to be something that maybe limits. Like, I don't think we're going to see so many deep passes from Drake May. I think, or if we do, they're going to be on designed plays where, like, they're meant to really double him to give May the time. I disagree with you on one thing. I don't think it's going to be a grind fest. I think the Patriots win
Really?
by maybe 3 scores. Yeah. Like, I know that the Browns have a good defense, but if you look at the teams and what they've done, they're still giving up yards and touchdowns to quarterbacks and everything. Like, they're still, it's a very weird thing. Like, they're still a very good defense. They're a top defense in the league, but it's not like they're shutting down quarterbacks. I think Rodgers had like 230 or something with 2 touchdowns against them. Jared Goff had a little less, but he had 2 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs kind of ran all over them in that game. Like, Carson Wentz had 200 plus against them. So it's
Yeah.
like, I just I think maybe Dylan Gabriel turns the ball over, short
How'd the
field,
Dolphins do
Patriots
against
score.
them?
Let me look it up. But I do I I know that the Browns are good, and I know that everybody is talking about this team like it's like this is the first real test, which it is. This is the first real
Yeah.
test. The Dolphins lost 31-6, but
Yeah, that
So
wasn't great.
yeah,
well, I mean the Dolphins.
I
I
was
would
being
never.
hyperbolic. I knew how the
Yeah,
Dolphins did.
yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, like the Vikings beat them, for instance. Carson Wentz, like I said, 236 yards, 25 of 34.
But that's walk it to him win. So let's talk about
okay, and we have MVP Maye.
The Carson Wentz should have won an MVP. Drake Maye isn't in that conversation yet.
Okay, and enough of that. They beat the Panthers, obviously. I mean, this was all preseason. So the Bengals won 17-6 against them. Ravens 41-7. Lamar Jackson is his own thing, but Lamar Jackson is a running quarterback similar to Drake Maye. Their really only good game was against the Packers, where they won 13-10. They got blown out by the Lions.
That was a grind fest game. Yeah,
34-10. They got blown out. They lost to the Vikings 21-17. They got skull fucked by the Steelers 23-9. And then they beat the Dolphins. A-Rod. I think their wins or their games are less impressive than the Patriots, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I agree. I would definitely.
Aaron Rodgers, by the way, for that game, he put up 21 of 30, 235, and 2 touchdowns. But yeah,
pretty good.
I think that the Patriots win by, I don't know, either between 13 to 17. I lean more 17 because I did say 3 scores. I don't know how it happens. I think that Dylan Gabriel is going to turn the ball over. I think that's going to be the X factor. It's not necessarily going to be these 90 play, 14-yard drives that the Patriots have been doing here and there. I think that the Browns offense is going to significantly contribute to their downfall. So yeah, I'll go. I don't know what it's going to be, but I think the final score is going to be a comfortable win. And people are going to be talking seriously about Drake Maye being the MVP after this game. So you guys take that with how you want, take it with a grain of salt, but how do you think this game's going to go?
I'm with Liam. I think this is going to be more of a rock fight than people think it's going to be.
Thank you.
I think this is going to be, I'll give a final score because I love giving final scores.
You're right.
I'm going to say Patriots 20, Browns 10. I think it's going to be just enough because I think the Patriots offense scores 20 points on this defense. I think they get like a turnover that leads to great field possession, and then the Patriots punch it in. They'll have like a drive where they go down the field and they'll score. They'll drive a couple more times, kick a couple field goals, and I don't buy Dylan Gabriel. I mean, I don't.
Not right now.
I don't
Pretty sure you're taller than him.
Probably. Like, I don't buy this offense. This is the Cleveland Browns offense. The one thing I'll give two things I'll give Cleveland's offense credit for. Their offensive line is actually very respectable. Like, Cam Robinson, Joel Bitonio, Ethan Pokic, Wyatt Teller, and Jack Conklin. That's a pretty good offensive
monsters.
Line.
Statistically, they're not the best
offensive line.
Statistically, but the names are good.
In name alone that's a top offensive
cool.
line.
The Patriots had Reggie Wayne at one point, so that was a cool name to have.
It's true.
No, I get what you're saying. I 100% understand what you're saying.
And then Quinshon Judkins, he could be very well in the running for offensive rookie of the year. Mm-hmm. Like he's good too. So
he's going to put up over 50. This is going to be the first game of the year. One of the streaks that are going to end, the Patriots are going to give up a 50+ yard rusher on Sunday, and it's going to be to him.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. So I will agree with Al wholeheartedly, though I'm going to steer more into my take than Al did. I'm going to say the Patriots win 14-10, and I think it's going to be the hardest fought 14 fucking points you'd ever see. Bryce Behringer's going to be working overtime in this game.
Sign me up, dude.
Yeah, okay. 100%. Mike's going to be loving
so
this.
We're going to win, is what you're saying.
Yeah, we're going to what?
No, I need you guys to admit, Bryce Behringer is extremely good at his job.
He is, yes.
Yeah, he is.
But his job is lame. Like, Al can be the best math.
I love good punts.
But I don't like math. So
you're telling me you don't love a punt that's downed in the 10?
I do, but I like the people who down the punt, not...
okay, I got you. Okay, that's fine. I'm cool if we see more BB. I'm cool.
But I do agree.
No, less BB. BB.
Less, please.
You said more. You're the one who said you're going to see more of them. So I'm saying if we do, I'm happy.
Unless you're talking about Bill Belichick, then I'll turn this fucking camera.
I would never talk about Bill Belichick.
Anyways.
Okay, but we talked about this in the group chat, and I like your sentiment here, where the Patriots might give up a 50-yard rusher for the first time. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen in this game. Yeah. This guy's a monster. We drafted the wrong running back, and I'm super pissed.
Come on. No, I also think, by the way, this is the game. Drake Maye hasn't turned the ball over in a few games. I think he turns the ball over, whether maybe it's a Myles Garrett strip sack or he does throw a pick. Because like the Browns do have a good defense. Like don't let my prediction sway you from that. I just think that the Patriots are it's going to be a grind fest in a way, but you're going to look at the end and be like, oh, the Patriots won 24-11. Okay. Like, oh, that's cool. Or like something like that, or like 27-13 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But no, I do think Drake May is going to turn the ball.
We're going to see if they're actually that great at run stopping.
No, we are. And I think I think they are. I think that Kairos Tonga, by the way, someone who we haven't really talked about on this podcast that much. Great free agent signing from the Patriots, by the way. He number 95. Look at him when he's on the field. He is a monster, Liam. Exactly like you said.
Yeah.
Him, Barmore, by the way.
So healthy.
Any worries that we had, I feel foolish thinking that he might be between
go
him,
to bed every night and pray for your sins.
Dude, between him and Williams, you see them on every snap. They are the complete opposite of Keon White. They have a motor. They're ready to go. They love it. And then Harold, it's just this team's so lovable. I love them.
It is.
But no, like I do think that the only reason, though, and I think we can all agree that this game will even be grind fest, it might seem close, is just because of the Browns defense. Because let me ask you guys, realistically speaking, like looking at it as a whole, because I told Al right before we got on, I was like, I just don't see it. I just don't see a way the Browns and Dylan Gabriel, even with Judkins back there, I don't see how they score more points than Drake May in this offense, right? Like, I just can't see that. Like, I can't see that path to victory. You know what I mean?
I don't think we're going to score a lot, so I think it's possible. Like Al said, law of probability. Like, at some point, the offense has to look human.
Liam, that might be next week. Do you want me to burst this bubble, or do you want to?
You won't burst my bubble? What, with Dylan Gabriel? Is a little needle dick? Come on.
Nope. You said it earlier. Patriots could see a 50-yard rush or something like that this week. So if Judkins breaks one off, takes it the distance, let's say this is the only situation I see it happening. Mm-hmm. Cleveland gets the ball first. They rip off a long run, score a quick touchdown. They're up 7-0. And then the first possession for the
Patriots.
And then the first possession for the Patriots, Myles Garrett forces a strip sack, fumble, Cleveland recovers, scores points off of that. And then the Patriots offense kind of sputters after that.
Let me tell you, though.
That's the only way.
I still don't even think that because we're talking full 4 quarters. I could see maybe the Browns offense looking good for like a quarter. Like, and I could also see Judkins ripping off a 50-yard run or whatever. We don't have to say 50 just because that's what they haven't given up, but 35-yard run, big, huge run. I just don't see them doing that 4 quarters. That's all. And I don't see the Patriots
I'm not expecting
offense
big plays left and right. But like Al said, they get a lead and we sputter after that, and they can just chunk play runs. Like,
it's a possibility. I just don't see
us
it.
With 5, 6, 5.
The paper cut deaths. Oh my God. Death by 1,000 cuts. Shout to Taylor Swift.
You're just watching your team. You're like, somebody stop them, somebody fumble, and like nothing.
Where you're sitting there, it's like 1st and 10, right? They rip off a 4-yard run. The next time they rip off a 2-yard run. It's 3rd and 3.5, 4, and they rip off a 5-yard run. You're like, God damn it, man.
Patriots are down like 17-13 with 3 minutes to go, and Browns have the ball, and you're like, we can stop them. And then, like, as it goes, all of a sudden it's a 2-minute warning, and then you're almost to a minute, and then you're under a minute, and you're like, did we really just lose this fucking game?
You are right. That's the only path. I just don't see a reality where that happens. Just because I just don't see them being able to run at will like that. Even though I think Judkins maybe has 80, 90 yards or something, eventually they're going to have to pass the ball. And when they do, they have nobody to pass it to. I know they have Fannin, the tight end, very good. So I guess maybe that's something. Yeah, very green. For sure, very good. I like
Njoku can have.
Yeah. But I just don't. But the thing is, though, the motor that needs to run that operation is still Dylan Gabriel. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like, I do think it might be close to start because the Browns are going to come out ready to go. But you also have to think off-field stuff. The Patriots are coming back home. They are all taught. And I know they say it every week or whatever, but you see them now more than ever, where it's like, we need to start protecting home field. Like we need to go. Like the crowds roar. Let me tell you that. Like say the Browns get the ball first, they go 3-and-out. It's the one possession, well, the one drive where they don't score on their opening drive. The Patriots go down there, score whatever 7-0. At that point, the Patriots being up 7-0, I think the Patriots are going to win because I don't see the Browns going down there and continuing to score. God forbid Dylan Gabriel throws a pick six. I think the game's over. So that's how I see the game going, where I think the Patriots end up scoring first. Maybe the Browns get a field goal, Patriots get another touchdown, and then the Browns turn the ball over. And then it's basically, hey, let's just drink ourselves to death and see what the 4:00 games are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I understand that it's the optimistic path, but it's also a very realistic path.
Yeah,
you know what
definitely.
I mean? Just like you guys
in the
said,
end, we're talking about the motherfucking Browns. Like,
also at the end, all three of us guys are having them win.
Yeah.
So, and guess what? At the end of the day, flock style points. Just win. 100%. That's all you need to do. Win and then focus on Atlanta, because I think of all the games up from now until the bye, this is the Al sneaky loss that you probably, you're bound to lose one. I think the Falcons one might be that. I think the Patriots beat the Browns, and I think that they are fucking 6-2. Can you imagine if they didn't turn the ball over 5 times against the Steelers?
I know.
Do you know how?
Or even in the Raiders game, if they could just pull their head out of their ass.
See, I'll even just give them that loss, week 1, whatever. If this team right now was 6-1, the things I'd be saying that we'd all be saying. 6-1, far and away first place. I
think Al and I would be a little more tempered than you at 6.
If they were 6-1 guys, and they beat the Bills,
we'd be acting a fool. Don't get it twisted. But I think you would be saying some.
Well, I'd be saying Super Bowl. You guys would be saying AFC Championship. That's the difference.
Probably. Yeah.
There's a little level there, but I will also say I think we can kind of blanket statement this. Patriots fans, just get ready for playoff football this year.
I was thinking more along the lines of me and Al would be like, yeah, maybe the conference championship game. You'd be like Super Bowl this year, next year, and the year after that.
Exactly.
Like,
okay. Oh well, next year that's hands down. AJ Brown's going to come over here. We're good.
He's not coming over here.
No, he's not. He's not. That's why we have Kayshon Boutte. We don't need AJ.
Yeah, dude. Exactly.
All right. Yeah. So we all have him winning. I guess. So what you said? You say 13-10, Liam, or 14-10?
14-10.
14-10. Al, you said 20-10. If I remember.
Yep.
I'm going to go 24-11.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of weird score.
Classic
but whatever.
Mike's has got us, got the most scoring for the Patriots out of all of us. Surprise.
No, I think the final one comes on like a touchdown to ice it at the end. I think it's close. And then they score at the end to kind of put it away. Maybe they have like a rough fourth quarter and then they kind of ice it there.
So I do have 2 things I want to bring up. One's a regular subject and the other one is a topic.
Okay.
All right.
So I just want to address this right now. While we're talking about Ohio State running backs, let's talk about the curious case of TreVeyon Henderson, because he got 5 snaps last game. And I just want to know what you guys are thinking here, because I still like him. Like, I think he's going to be awesome one day, but like we had these expectations and we're getting these expectations. So I just want to know, what are you guys thinking here?
Al, what do you think?
I think he's going to be good in a couple of years. I think this year's a learning curve for him. I think he learns the offense, understands the offense, and then eventually carves his way into that Shane Vereen, James White type of role. I think he's going to be that. He just needs more time. Plain and simple. And I'm fine with that. Make it a learning year.
So was it the preseason that got us so fired up?
I think it was the kick return for a touchdown first play where you saw the speed and you're like, holy shit, this kid can be a weapon for us.
Mm-hmm.
But then you see he's missing blocks, he's missing pass protections.
Yep.
Doesn't look really as fast against the actual pros.
Looks kind of timid. Looks a little slow because I think he's thinking. Kind of like Al said, this is a learning year. I think and Liam, you said it, I think he got 2 touches, 5 snaps. Like he's also just not getting the chances. This is almost
He
like
got
when
a lot of chances at the beginning of the season, and
to
then they faded
start.
out.
Yeah, but I think especially with running backs, and that's what they always say, it's almost like an engine you got to rev up. Whereas like
Yeah.
even Adrian Peterson would rip off 3 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards, 2.5, 5, and then he'd rip off his 14, 38 yards, whatever. But yeah, I think it's a mix of everything. I think the game is the cliche, the game is a little too fast for him right now, which we've
Lights a little
seen.
too
Al,
bright.
you guys brought, yeah, the lights are a little too bright. That's all. I think the the talent is there. The drive to be better is there. The team still believes in him. Vrabel still says it every time. And even if it's coach speak, he's still saying the right things that, TreVeyon Henderson is going to be a big part of this team moving forward, which he is. And then I also think Ramondre, like, he's still good too. I know the fumbles or whatever, but it's like you're not going to leapfrog him. So I don't know.
But that's what everyone was saying, and that's why I just wanted to bring this
That's what
up
I
because
thought too. Yeah, no,
people were like
hand up.
Ramondre.
Hand up, I was
we're
wrong. Yeah,
good.
I thought Henderson was going to pick it up more, and clearly he didn't. I know that we're all thinking this is going to be like a Jalen Polk type situation where it's like he had good tape or
I wouldn't
whatever,
say that,
but he just didn't kind of pick up the game or whatever it is. But I don't think so. I think as the year goes on, I'm hoping he kind of like the second half of the year, he kind of has a couple more, impact plays or plays a little more. But even if he doesn't, like you said, Al, I'm cool with this being a learning year. I do still think he's going to play and contribute. He's still fast as shit. You see it. Like when he catches the ball, you see him, he turns, quick little 2-yard passes into 8-yard passes. Yeah, it definitely disappointing. But
and I just
luckily
think it's really
though, the
weird.
team is 5-2.
We pull up Terrell Jennings and he gets 5 carries. And
Yeah.
I think he got 12 snaps. Henderson got 5, 2 carries.
And granted, that was at the end of the game, but still.
Definitely. But at the end of the game, like if you're really trying to develop this fucking guy, put him into the game. So I think that's weird. But again, we're in no place to question Mike Vrabel. We are not the type of sports show that goes out in here and goes, "What is Mike Vrabel thinking? Our fucking incredible running back isn't playing." What is it? 5-2? Shut the fuck up. How about that? Yeah, we're pretty good. So
dude, winning solves everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I think it's weird. I think it's fucking odd.
Yeah, and I think it is the thing where he just hasn't picked up the game. I think that's what it is. Which I don't think it's a detriment to his career or anything, but yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, that sucks, but yeah, at least the team is still winning. Now, if the Patriots were losing a lot, we'd harp on it a little bit more. You wasted a second round pick, blah, 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 whatever it was. But yeah, I think it is what it is. But what was your other thing you were thinking of?
Yeah, what's the other topic you had?
Our bet of the week.
That's what I was going to ask you guys. What you want to do?
I hit mine last week.
You did? We finally got our first win?
Yeah, Drake Maye, 2 passing touchdowns.
Oh,
yeah,
money.
No shit. Okay.
Sweet.
So not this week though. We're not doing. I don't think we do any Drake Maye thing this week.
Now we got to update the record and the Tuck Rule Takes notes here. So we are now.
Let me look on Prize Picks while we're here, because now since we're doing it a little later in the week, this helps. Now we can see what their odds are and everything on.
Al, you're now 1-2. Congratulations.
Go,
I'm 0-2. Mike's 0-1.
Yep, still sucking.
Sweet.
Let's see.
Yeah, what juices you guys have here about this?
Yeah, let's take the line. Let's look at the lines and everything.
What's Booty doing? Because I think we might go Booty. Actually, no. I want to stick with Diggs. What's Diggs' yards on your thing? On Prize Picks, he's 54.5.
Diggs for receiving props on DK. About even money is 60 plus.
Fuck. It's a lot of yards.
It is a lot of yards.
You could also take him at 50 plus at minus 150.
No, give me. I want Diggs at 60. Diggs is so involved in this offense. And the Browns are very good at stopping the run. Patriots are going to have to throw. Maybe Diggs gets a deep pass, rattles one off, yards after catch. My option I'm throwing in here is Diggs Yards over, obviously. So you guys pick what you want to do. I'm going Diggs. I love Stephon Diggs, by the way. Such a good pickup.
Such a good pickup. Al, what's yours?
I'm going to go chalk, and I'm going to go Stevenson anytime touchdown scorer at even money.
Ooh, that is a good bet for even
I
money.
hate doing touchdown scores, man, because it's like it's either, win or nothing. It's not like yards where you can have like maybe one big pass, whatever, blah, 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 or anything. So you have to score. Good one, though. I'm still sticking with Diggs.
I have one. You guys aren't going to like it.
Go.
What is it?
Drake Maye to throw a pick.
Just because of who I am and what I've always said, I can't pick him. Just because I can't.
Plus 120.
If Al does it, then this is what it is. But I cannot do it. But if you guys want to do it, I will, concede
that
to the group.
Seems like it's been a lot of games without a pick for Drake Maye. And
but
at some point you got to pay the piper.
Yeah, at some point. But do you think it's at home? Big game?
I mean, and if you guys want to take the high road and pick a bet that doesn't degrade our boys, that's totally fine. I'm trying to get a win on the board here.
I get it, but I'm sticking with Diggs. That's okay. my thing. So you guys battle out with what you guys want.
All right. So I said Stevenson anytime touchdown scorer. I'll revoke mine and I'll pick one of yours because mine won last week. I want to see one of you guys get on the board here.
Oh, I like that Stevenson one though. So
if you like it, then say it.
If you like Stevenson, we'll go Stevenson. I'm cool with conceding mine.
Yeah, I do like Stevenson.
I can see the Patriots getting down there, and they're at like the red zone stalling. They're at the 7. They're at the 5. They're at the 2, and then Stevenson runs in. Okay, I'm cool with Stevenson.
Yeah, all right, we're going Stevenson. We're going with my pick again.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Shit. All right.
Watch. It's going to be Henderson. He's going to score 2 touchdowns.
If Henderson scores 2 touchdowns, I will come on this show in a maid's outfit.
Okay. I will do the show.
It is going to be the Halloween. It is going to be the Halloween episode.
Henderson. Okay. Well, yeah, it will be. Halloween's next Friday. Yeah. Damn. Yeah. There we go.
It's on Friday.
Okay. Good stuff, guys. Good. Quick yes or no. Bill Belichick, first ballot Hall of Fame.
For the Patriots, yes.
No, for like the NFL Hall of Fame. He should, but they'll blackball him. And that's fucking bullshit. I think he should be, and he will be. Liam, what do you? Well, I know what you think.
Yeah, come on now, don't even.
Dude, he should be. Enough of this fucking bullshit game. Greatest coach in the league. Like, get him in. Come on.
Yeah, that's ludicrous to me.
Did you guys have anything else on the Browns, Titans? Anything we didn't speak on? You guys want to talk about real quick?
No. Let's go into week. What is this? Week 8. Sorry, week 8. Week 8 with good vibes.
Week 8, dude. The season's going by too quick. I'm feeling it now. I'm feeling it go by too quick. I'm like, whoa, hold on. I need to see more Drake Maye. Come on. But all right. So this was Tuck Rule Takes episode 203 for Liam, Al. I'm Mike. We will see you guys next week. Hopefully after another win. Hopefully we have another boring episode. But yeah, we'll see you then. Hopefully 6-2. If not, we'll still be here to talk about it. Otherwise, we are out. Sweet feet.
Sweet feet.